Hello. My name is my GTTV. Welcome. Sorry about the shitty mic and the shitty. Please send this to the devs. I play Glaive just a little bit. I've been on WoWs just a little bit too, checking on it, keeping tabs on the Glaive the entire time. And we need some help. It needs work. I know a lot of people are saying it. There's a few other weapons I think too. I don't know. I might be wrong about that, but please, Glaive needs it big time. What's wrong with it, in my opinion? Glaives. So if no one's saying it first and foremost, Glaive is missing synchronization. And what do you mean, Mike? How is that? What do you mean? Well, I mean, first and foremost, what about the attributes, people? Right at the gate, extracts. We're just chewing through them like the rows of Tetris now. So what's the point of the attack, speed, and armor, right? I mean, there's a synchronization with that. That was the whole point of these. That's gone, right? Flinch free, that's gone, right? I mean, whenever you get your extracts, but it's just whenever you consume them, it's gone. Like, so you have to get it all over again. Yes, it's fast, but you're not holding on to them for these anymore. You really just use them just to blow up, right? So there goes a lot of synchronization. Your teammates are another thing, is they can actually accidentally hit you, and upswings, bomblets, melee attacks when you don't have flinch free, when you're not in mid swing, so they can interrupt you. Who knows if they can upswing you out of your tornado? So I know you can get interrupted whenever you activate your tornado and lose your buffs immediately. That happened to me. So that's a problem. Like I said, so these are just gone. RT on the ground, I feel like, is just useless now. Yes, you can do it. Yes, he'll auto attack, but you really don't want a ground combat for optimal damage output. I know you don't want to hear that, but I mean, that's how Glaive's going to optimally work these days. So hold LT into your extracts and just tornado. So RT on the ground for dust are just useless. I mean, yeah, you can do it, but it's just you're just going to lead into the tornado. So he just gets sucked in. He won't be auto attacking anymore, right? So then you just have where the tornado creates dust. That'd fix the problem. I feel like Y and B outside of show buff are also useless. B is more of, I mean, yeah, it hits, but I mean, you can't bounce anymore. So it's more of just an evade dash or just more of a gap closer at this point. So, I mean, it's just useless. Otherwise, you're just holding LT, doing other stuff. So you can't really combo outside of red buff or when you have red buff, you can't combo like you could in world type things. So it's just no reason to even do this. You'd be holding LT. So these two are just completely useless now, in my opinion. The Y aerial slam down is good for building up for mounting, but I mean, no one really used it in the videos for speedrunning and stuff like that, correct? So, I mean, people are like, I won't be doing that. I'll be doing this. Well, I mean, you can do this all you want, but I mean, optimal damage output, all right, we already know what it is. So, we're not going to argue about it. Proof's in the pudding. So, but it's just, this one really just didn't get used in any of the runs if you see it. So, even I really didn't get to use it that much. And what I mean by that is Y is the old, spiral downward one too, remember? So, that's why I put it here. The twirl is situational, in my opinion. And people are like, what do you mean? Yeah, it does the cool twirl to descend and thrust into the tornado and stuff like that. But a lot of the times you're going to be on top of the boss anyways, harvest extracting. And you're not going to have triple buff really to do the twirl, right? Because you need triple buff, right? So you're not really going to be able to do it. The only time you can kind of do it is if the boss jumps away from you when you have triple buff or you get knocked back or something. But other than that, it's just, yeah, like I said, it's situational now. The Kinsect itself, I feel like, is just not used by the player anymore. Yes, he auto attacks with you when you're triple buff, but I mean, that's okay, whatever. I mean, you hit Y, he'll spin. You'll hit B, he'll throw out a little bit, and you'll hit Y right after that, and he'll do like a double combo, but where's his life? He doesn't have life anymore. His own individuality, that word, like, where's him? Stumpy needs life. I call him Stumpy. He needs life. Like, this isn't life. So I don't get it at this point. Might as well just have it where I'm just getting combo points without a bug, or something. I don't know. It's weird. Like, kind of like the Pike out of Dauntless or something. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, he'll do it during the tornado and the descendant thrust and stuff like that. But other than that, he doesn't really do anything. So just sit there. And then, like I said, the stamina bar is just weird. Why even have the stamina bar if it gets consumed when he attacks? Or when he's steadily out there, it decays, but yet it doesn't steadily regen, but it steadily decays. It makes no sense. Yes, you can get it back over time when he gets colors, but it's just, why? Just don't even have a stamina bar because you're not doing anything besides just auto attacking, and he'll come out, right? Yes, all that other stuff's there. Yes, you can manually control him and leave him there and all that stuff, but it's just, there's no reason to anymore. So descendant thrust is locked behind the twirl now, which I think is silly. I didn't like that in in Rise. I hated it. It was locked behind a. See, I called this stuff too. I told you I remember my first video. I said it better not be locked behind something. It was. It was locked behind the fucking twirl, dude. It's some bullshit. So why? Why? This is the major damage output for arrow. It's literally one button does 4 hits, bro. Like, what? They're massive. It's so crazy to me. Why put it here? All you had to do, like my Band-Aid, that's why this is a Band-Aid fix. All the combos will have it compared to what they had, but it's just, we'll get into it here. I'll scroll down, you want to pause and read all this stuff, but like, all you need to do is get rid of this and to have 2 bounces, bro. And this is what you can get down here, right here. But we'll get there. But this is a lot behind this skill now, so you can't willy-nilly use it. If you do RT out of the sky, you'll just do the ground one or whatever, and you'll slap in the air and fall down, so, yep. Another problem is you're literally holding LT 60 to 7% of the fight, if not all the fights, and now, if not more. And on top of that, from the beginning to the end of wild story mode, grind mode, for optimal damage output. If you do not believe me, proof's in the pudding, baby. Right here. Right there. Go watch them. Go watch them on YouTube. Type in Insect Glaive, speed runs, Monster Hunter Wilds, and go watch what they do. Yes, they will beat the shit out of the face when they're on the ground. That's exactly what you're supposed to do as Glaive. But once the boss gets up, he does the same thing. They'll get their extracts, they'll wait, dodge, attack here and there, and then they'll walk right into a tornado. Do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. That's why I say you'll be holding LT 60% of the time, 70 if not more. So, I know it's toggle, but it's the fact of the matter is, it's literally a button we're having to use to do that. That's going to be our damage output, or what we'll be doing the entire game. So it's for one button, that's crazy, man. So the whole rotation. Okay, this is after you've done your harvest extract, or however you got. This is whenever you're triple buff, right? However you do it, manually marking, harvesting, whatever you do, right? Your whole combo, the entire game, is this right here: left stick forward, plus B, tap B, hold B, LTB. The entire game. Like I said, besides dodging and mindlessly smashing the boss's face in whenever he decides to get up, and then you'll do it. So, like I said, the twirl is situational. So, but I do like the fact that you could control the descent and thrust a little better. So it's a 50-50 for me. So that's about it. But like I said, this game, you're literally walking the boss for free damage, and you're practically AoE and the entire boss, right? I mean, which in my book, which in theory is just OP or not worse than Aerial, right? Because, I mean, you're not really having nothing else to do besides this attack here just to blow up on the boss the entire time. Right? I mean, and remember, we got late game sets, perks, and other stuff we got to have, too. So we'll be doing big poofs of damage on the body the whole time, I guess. Like, is what Glaive is. So I felt like I was chasing buffs more than ever as Glaive. That was the one thing that was annoying as Glaive. But once you learn drill teching and stuff like that, which isn't some crazy thing, it's literally just you learning to drill correctly to get your colors. That's all it is. Like, and then whenever you get like two out of the 3, you literally shoot the bug off to the 3rd location type tech thing. You have to learn how to do that really good too. So you get all 3 within a second. Like, it's just, that's what players needed to learn with Glaive. And if you guys needed to add an LT for harvest and harvest extract, I mean, just to fix the problem for getting extracts, that wasn't it. So, but it's just, I'm just chasing them just to chew through bars of Tetris so it could be Basil, guys. That's all we're doing here. Like, that's it. Where's our music then? Whatever, you know, he has. So, Candy Crush. Whatever he does that. So, but I mean, we're just playing Candy Crush the entire time, and I don't like playing Candy Crush all day. I already get tired of that stuff enough, or as it is. I know there's Power Prolonger and stuff like that, but I mean, what's the point even that now, right? So, if it's even in the game. We lose attributes now. Like I said, we lose the attack, speed, armor. So yeah, that's massive. And yes, we can get hit as soon as you activate the tornado, which happened to me. I'm not lying. So you lose out on that armor when it's, that armor as soon as you activate the skill. So you, that's a big hit on in game there, and you'll be punished big time. So yeah. And then, like I said, a 50% attack, 10% armor, and speed. So wall grab, and this was kind of a personal thing. But this is the one that I feel like you guys could capitalize on, man. You really could have. At the beginning of the game, the reason I say this is because at the beginning of the beta, whenever we pulled down the pillar or whatever and pulled the worm down, that was interacting with the environment to create an obstacle, correct? We could have done that. We could pull a branch off. We could pull a stone. We could pull something with a grabber, with a glaive only. We could dig in the ground and pull it towards us or something, have that, But it's just y'all knew it was there as well because y'all nerfed it. And what I mean you nerfed it is in World, you could climb the wall. The best time to do it was with white buff, but you could do it anytime. Is you could climb the wall with the glaive when jumping on it. And you could jump off of it, all that stuff, and do great things, which you can do here still. But why I mean, you can't really use it, right? And then on top of this, I mean, you added a new attack for it too, on top of removing the wall climb. Like literally, it says like double descending slash down or something like that. And he does some new attack animation downward. I'm like, so you knew it was there. Like, it's just there's so many things we could grab. Branches, like I said, stones, pillars. We can even create them. Have us have bombs we throw, because that's how you create the ones in Coral Highlands and the world, by the way. The little mushrooms down there. Either the boss has to hit them, or you hit them with a bomb, and they'll shrink, and then you can grab them. See, there's interactiveness there, right? You can throw the bombs with your hands right now and throw them. So we could use our slinger, have a mini one, throw it up there or something, you know. So have it weapon specific. I don't know. It's just, this was a big thing y'all could have capitalized on with this weapon, and you didn't. So I don't know why. It tied into the weapon more too, in my opinion, for it was more wildish, right? I mean, let's be real here, using it to climb up walls and stuff. So all right, I know this has been gibberish down here the entire time for a lot of people. If you haven't read it, here it is. Boom, bang. I'm going to explain it. I may cut from here if I have to. If I do, or actually here in a minute, if I do, I'm sorry. It's a lot to explain. I may get a little confusing here, so be ready. So yeah, if it cuts from here, you understand why. All right. First and foremost, here's the combos and wilds, which you'll be doing, right? You'll either be charging up your B when you're triple buffed into LTB, or you're doing this one or whatever, right? Or no, hang on. This is one of the ones you do or whatever, because you can charge your melee weapon when you're on the ground or whatever, and walk up to the boss and like do the second to the last attack into the boss, into the tornado. So this is why this is here. I've seen this a few times as well. So these are the two you can kind of do, right? All right. So we're going to change it up, and we're going to be doing these ones now. And what we're going this is also opens up for something else, which is pretty neat. But anyways, first and foremost, we're going to reuse World's Red Extracts. No twirling. Okay, so there's no we're taking twirl out entirely here. Okay, but we're keeping this in a thrust. These are my band-aids of what I would do, right? We would keep World's red extract attacks, because in Wilds you do not have these. World, you could attack wildly with Y or B. World, you're stuck where like you would have no buffs in World, right? Even if you have red buff. So this opens up options for the tornado and for your Y to have a new finisher combo now. So we can have a secondary tornado or a ground combo or something, ground slam or something. You know, kind of like you used to have a super slam or whatever with the bug swarm in 4U or whatever, right? You could kind of do that. So we have two things to alternate between now, right? So say the boss is in the air, we can do the tornado to jump to him. The other one, he's on the ground, we can do the ground one. Or we can just alternate between the two on the ground, don't matter. Either way, right? So that opens up for those two. All right, so where are we at? Cool. So now, like I said, we're kind of weird here. We're going to jump a little bit. So like I said, we have the red attacks and stuff, so now we're able to do we're able to like work into finishers now without having to have triple buff, correct? That helps out players a lot. And we're not just sitting there holding LT the entire game just to get extracts, because we're taking those out as well, right? Because we're going to be using 2 bounces, but it's the ones without red buff in World as well. Like I said, we're reverting back to World a lot because these are like the most mobile, and it's just the little bounces without, and you're only getting 2 of them, not many, right? So it's not too OP, okay? Now on top of this, we're removing these right here, but we'll come back to this in a minute, right? But just these 2 alone, these 2 bounces, even with just like the reuse of the World's red buff, this is what we open ourselves up to. You have a B, hold into the B or whatever, you know, the second to last attack, LTB into tornado. You'll be able to be A away or B away, either one, or B into the boss. So A away, B into the boss, so you'll be able to bounce. RT down, drill, which you're not doing anymore, by the way. Drill into the boss, get double or whatever buffs, because you've consumed him. He's also got the other colors. So this drilling here, I feel like may have to be like the Harvest Extract-ish, kind of. Or if not, he gets triple buff. Still, that's it, right? That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Nothing too crazy, please. Because we don't need that. But after that, you're going to get your extracts, and you're going to be attacking whatever. We're not just going to be holding LT to do a tornado now. Now we have combos we can do. So now get on the ground, right? So say, for example, we did that, and we have a third combo we work into, right? This is where I said there could be a third one. We work into the next one after we've done the ground. It don't matter which one you do. You just got to get to the next one after type thing. But anyways, so we'll go to the Y. So after you've done all this, you'll get your colors again. You'll go into a Y combo, hold Y, LT, jump in the air or slam or whatever the newer one is, right? Because it'd be a slam or ground, whatever. It would activate into the third one. And then we can do a mixture between B, Y, B or something like that, and then hold LT, B, Y or something at the same time. You know, do some super attack or something as well. But this could open up to other combos instead of just holding L trigger After getting all that 3 extracts, this is all you're doing. Like, just these 2 combos. So, it's just more damage output. It gives liveliness to the pet, right? Because the pet isn't drilling. I mean, he can, but you're not doing it. You're not going to be doing it. You're going to be tornadoing. So, like I said, these have to go. This is what's really hurting the game, in my opinion. This is just me. I don't think that was ever a problem ever to get extracts. I understand you guys have some new super tech you want players using, but what you've done is you've just incentivized people just to activate it every time. So I mean, I don't want it to be like, well, we'll just lower the damage and do up the damage on a few other things and keep the kit. No, the kit's not good. It's not. Like, there's no real use for anything else. There's a lot of other things that aren't being used. So, but this was a big one. Like, you don't need this. You didn't need an instant 3 buff. You didn't need. I mean, this one's okay, right? Manualing was annoying, right? And this helps. But if you knew how to drill tech correctly, you didn't need to harvest extracting. You didn't. And I'm not saying some crazy drill tech like, oh, we need some meta. No, drill teching, what I call is you drill correctly to get 2 colors, right? The 2 colors you need out of the 3, or the last 2 you need, or one of the whatever. Like, so you know how to correctly dive your bug to get your colors. And then on top of that, you're going to have to manually control them. So this will have to go, right? Which would be like drilling, manually controlling, you can get your buffs in a second in World easily, right? No, like, I can show you if you need me to. If no one believes me, type in the comments. Oh, okay, I'll make a YouTube video real quick if you want. Like, dead serious, bro. It's not hard to get extracts in this game. It's not. People are just making it harder. It has to be. That's why I'm assuming these are here. In my opinion, the only thing y'all really need to do, if anything, was just bring the 100% color bug. That's all it was. If it was that serious in this game, we didn't need it to be a shoot through the boss. Because I mean, we're revamping focus mode too. By the way, that's where I know focus mode was part of harvest extract. And people are like, oh, well, that's why you had to be focus mode. I know. But we're revamping it. Trust me, we'll get into it. But it's just, if this was the problem for people, was extracts, man, is all you need the guarantee color out of Rise and how to where he could get triple buff, man. That was it. That's it. That's your fix. Drill, manually control. Because manually controlling is useless as well now. So, I mean, it's there, but there's no reason to do it. So, like I said, take out the twirl entirely, but we're keeping the descendant thrust from World. We can use it freely. Like I said, drilling's just super weird and stuff like that. It could have just been glitchy. And then the charging mechanic is kind of iffy. Back, whenever you used to charge the descendant thrust to, activate it and stuff like that. Maybe adding a charging, like I said, some sort of maybe a velocity or something. Like I said, higher you are. Something around those lines. I'm not saying that one. It's just maybe. So, excuse me, sorry. I know Pepsi's getting me. The tornado now creates dust and or a stacking buff for us. Or our teammates as well. Something if we're consuming our extracts, man. Those are massive just to chew through. I mean, let's be real here, right? If we're just going to chew them up, I mean, the tornado already looks like it's like blowing up kind of like demon powder, right? If you look at it, it's red. You could just say we're throwing demon powder on our teammates. When we throw the essences out, we're just willy-nilly just, taking out like a bag, a little sack of beans, just throwing at people. It's just, we could do that, So, but a stacking buff of some sort, maybe make it where we do into these 2 combos into the third one. After we get the third one, we get increased damage by 30% and 30% crit damage and crit or something. I don't know, just something silly, like it's just, obviously the title wilds. It's going to get wild, bro. So let's make it wild, bro. Make it crazy. So, I know I keep saying, bro, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just RT on the ground. I don't know what to put that on there. So, oh yeah, for the dust. All right, here's the new focus mode, right? For Kinsec, he'll have the ability to switch stances now between Berserk and Concentrated. And this could be our focus mode, but, with a new Y finisher, if you really wanted to, right? So, and a new B finisher. Oh, I hovered up that when you get these two dumbass. I'm an idiot. So, the new Y animation would pair well with the Berserk, so he could wildly attack and, he could put out the marks. While Concentrated, he would react with reacting to tornado spin, spiral through, popping through marks, but regenerating stamina. That's how you get your stamina back as well. So while creating dust during the end of the tornado animation, maybe do both. We can get a third new attack, which also could be some cool little. That's how we could activate, the little new, like the swarm or something, or a new super slam or something, or maybe working to the third one so we want a RT again or something. I don't know. It's just, these are my little fixes. Literally, this right here could fix the game a little bit. Right here. And take out these. Right here. Or at least this one. At least this one's got to go. And bring back this one right here. I think we're okay. It's just, I mean, we're not going to have bouncing, though. That's the problem. We need bouncing, too, though. You do. So people are like, no, you don't need to advertise as aerial. I'm sorry to say, go back. You clearly haven't done your research. Yes, for you it wasn't, but you saw how more mobile it was and more things to do in for you compared to now. Then on top of that, look at Iceborne. Remember, they advertise it, Take to the Skies, correct? In their advertisement for on Facebook before they did Instagram and all that stuff. So then on Instagram, they did the same thing. They said Take to the Skies and advertise the twirl. I'm going to keep saying it. So they've advertised it with some sort of aerial capabilities, and the only thing they've showed you was the only thing. Like, it literally can descending thrust. Like, it's all it can do. Like, it's just it was no. Even in the video they showed the descending thrust, that was it. But it was just they never showed the tornado. It was just I don't want to just play the game just to do this the entire time. I don't, man. I'm ranting now. It's just we're past all this now. It's just I'm getting kind of sick too. Sorry here, but it's just everybody is, right? It's just that's all you're doing. Right here. If not this one, right? Like I said, if you're not charging your attack, it's this one. Besides dodging and swinging on the head when he's down and failing, yeah, this is it. This isn't counting fast bosses, right? Bosses can jump out of these. They can rear back out of them, which one of them did. And if you go back and watch some of the speedruns for Glaive, one of my videos that I use for the funny video or whatever, if you watch it, he actually backpedaled out of the attack. So it's just we're literally getting focused into one attack that is just I don't get it. It's flashy, it's beautiful, it's usable. Like I said, we can keep it. I've got combos into it, right? It's just we need bouncing, and here it is. This is what you need right here. Here's your focus mode system. The pet becomes useful. Then it has interactiveness, right? It's then the pet's like, okay, here's the insect part of the glaive, right? Like. So, but we've gone into harvest mode. I don't know. Hopefully this one does good. Like I said, I'm keeping up on it. I'll probably be playing the world still here and there, throwing out videos here and there, checking out everybody's stuff, see what they're saying. I saw Ruralkarn had a thing on this the other day. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't hate the guy or nothing like that. I'm just saying it's just, all right, I saw he had his, and I know Eric's Game had his, and I know a few others did. Yeah, it needs work, bro. Big time. Big time. Yeah. I love y'all. Take a big sip of Pepsi, man.